R-I-O, R-I-O, R-I-O.
La 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 la.
Hi there guys, another week just passed and that means that's the time for another weekly report. As always, I'm your babbling blob here, Pierre from Arweave News. Higher highs in terms of transactions and data usage, Graph Protocol and Arweave are waltzing together. Huobi Incubator sailed the yet-to-be-explored oceans of the permaweb, and many other events that are explained in a less cryptic manner if you'll indulge in watching this report. All this happened only in the last week on Arweave. Would you like to know more? The month of May was a prodigious one for Arweave Network. We registered the highest number of weekly transactions a week ago. Still, we won't talk much about transactions now. They are good, don't get me wrong. They are more than good. But we think that another indicator that is usually overlooked has the potential to be more important than the transaction counters. The data usage of the network. Uploading information only to let it rot on a decentralized weave of servers would diminish Arweave's purpose substantially. The metric that shows that the network is alive and has meaning beyond being a data dump is represented by the actual amount of data retrieved from the network. Over 8 terabytes of data was retrieved from the block weave in the past month. Given the fact that the majority of Arweave native dApps will become publicly available in the next month, we expect that this is only the beginning. On top of that, take into consideration that for now there is only one single retrieval gateway. Decentralized gateway infrastructures like Rgate or RIO are still under development. So what's next? Graph Protocol. A beta integration with the Graph hosted service was announced on 3rd of June. This represents the last step in a strategic partnership between the two most tech-intensive protocols from the entire Web3. I don't want to praise them necessarily, but let's say that while others are trying to fix transaction costs or whatever, those two networks are really pushing the technology forward, far beyond a ledger that keeps track of your funds or whatever. For example, the purpose of the Graph protocol is to offer indexing services for Web3. They are letting developers query different blockchains and publish decentralized APIs that make the data from the chain more accessible for dApps. So basically, this integration introduces another tool to conduct data discovery and finally retrieval from the Arweave network. So another step for more data usage. What's next? Open Web Foundry. The third week of its 7th edition just ended. We will never get tired of mentioning Open Web Foundry's endeavors. We won't rest until every member of the Arweave ecosystem understands what it is and how it can change their life. So, again, Open Web Foundry is a continuous incubator program for the Arweave ecosystem. One edition ends only to let the next one start. As you may know, we are in the middle of a bear market. This is the perfect moment to build, not to bet your savings in volatile markets. Please, let me hold your beer while you are starting your Web3 project on Arweave and try your chances in Open Web Foundry. They will be always there open for proposals. Think and act. Next, Hobby Incubator. If you paid attention in the past months, you may have noticed that Hobby Incubator showed sustained interest in Arweave's ecosystem. This built up to the Colombo Demo Day. 9 projects from the Arweave ecosystem were selected to showcase their strengths in the event. One of the particularities of the Colombo Demo Day is that it is happening only once per blockchain. Until now, there were only 2 events in the series. The first one featured Polygon projects and these Arweave projects. So, in a sense, these 9 projects were the champions or Arweave ecosystem in Huobi's incubator quest for finding the best startups from each chain. I think that we'll manage to squeeze a link somewhere so you can check who were our champions. So, I don't know, maybe here or down there you will find a link, hopefully. Accord slices prices. While the fees on Arweave storage are currently at around $4 for 1 GB, Accord is offering a huge discount. For the next weeks, they are maintaining the price for storing on Arweave at $3 per gigabyte. Keep in mind that you will pay $3, the price of a coffee, for storing 1 GB of data for at least 200 years. Pair this with their new interface that makes you forget that you are using a Web3 product, and you'll have a pretty darn good motivation to at least try the feeling of the permaweb for the price of a skinny latte. Rare Candy 3D, one of the participants from the 6th Open Web Foundry edition, an NFT marketplace that uses Arweave storage. They just announced a partnership with Kong is Cash, one of the first movers in physical devices that are linked with the blockchain. This alliance will let Rare Candy 3D users not only to mint NFTs, but also link physical objects to these NFTs. Arweave Network, the permaweb project that slowly but surely became a fully fledged Layer 1 solution. They announced the integration with Kronos, the chain of Crypto.com, one of the most known crypto apps. While maybe this integration could be considered the most notable one from the last week, it surely wasn't the only one. On 30th of May, they announced another integration with Umi, a Cosmos native DeFi hub. This brings the number of integrations they made in only a month to 6. Huge. Now, let's talk about one of the things that Web3 brought to the table and is never stressed enough: the possibility of seamlessly linking art and tech without giving a cringe feeling. I'm not saying that all Web3 projects are managing to do so, but some of them do. For example, Decentraland. From a technical standpoint, they are a decentralized merge between Twitter and Discord for both individuals and DAOs. They could have stopped there. That's a clear and comprehensible product. You wanted an explanation, you got one. But no, they are creating an entire world that wraps the tech, teeming with life and perils, making you wonder if the art is a pretext for the technology or the technology is a pretext for the art. Just bear with me and read their chapter and tell me if I'm wrong. Then we have Vitalik Buterin, the one and only, the founder of Ethereum. He posted this a couple of days ago. Now, the tweet itself is of secondary importance, although the work put into memifying the message is to be appreciated. The replies, on the other hand, they offered meaningful insight into what crypto space knows, or more exactly doesn't know, about the subject. Maybe I'm biased, but I expected that Arweave or any other protocol that deals with decentralized storage will be debated more. We had a few of well-known community members that were present in replies, let's say the usual suspects. And that was pretty much it. I don't know how to stress this enough. What startled me is not the lack of Arweave shillers. We don't need that. But the lack of more in-depth thoughts or questions around the subject. So, yeah, decentralized storage is truly in its infancy. Guys, that's all. Thank you for being here, and we'll see each other the next week. Until then, peace.